I cleared my first ultimate in Party Finder like 3 days ago, and I have to say that it has been one of the best feelings that Final Fantasy XIV has given me. In particular, I went and cleared no, I had to do it, guys. If I'm honest, it's been like half a year since I went and did the Epic of Alexander and cleared Limit Cut. And since then, I knew that I wanted to do more ultimates. But frankly, between scheduling issues and a metric ton of anxiety, to say the least, I made the decision to say, screw it, throw myself headfirst into Party Finder. But, and it is a massive Cardi B-sized but with a twist, to throw myself completely out of my comfort zone, just completely, and main tank. And oh boy, yes, I do mean main tank, like learning the art of positioning, Garuda. That was a learning curve. I am so sorry to the Prague parties that I was in. Dodging slipstreams. I was eating balls, like, you know, I ate a lot of balls in this fight and more, leading me to feel like, hey, yeah, when I got that clear, I feel like I really did earn it. No handouts, just a ton of elbow grease and being stubborn. Oh my god, stubborn to the max, which only really took me about a week to knock out. And as of right now, I'm down to what, like my last 5 or 6 totems, because I'm trying to complete the full collection, even if I really am not convinced that I'm going to use like the monk weapon, which does look freaking amazing on Rothgar. Like it makes the tiger weapons look really big. I will have to showcase it on my channel when I get them, but I'm trying to just complete the set before I move on. But speaking about what I'm going to move on to is going to be the Epic of Alexander. I'm going to be honest, I don't know everything, and some people are like in the comments just like, oh, you pretend you know everything. Bro, I do not know everything. So like I ask online, I ask my friends and everything, and I was like, okay, what does Party Finder actually look like in today's current state of the game? With the raid tier kind of coming to an end for a lot of people who's been out for a few months, what is Party Finder like today? And do I do the Epic of Alexander? Do I do UCOB next and reclaim that? And basically everyone was like, don't do UCOB. And maybe that's deserving of its own video, but basically the too long didn't read version is snapshots are really janky in there. No one really likes the nail quotes. They are manageable. I'm not really particularly worried about them because memorization for me, brute memorization for whatever reason, I'm very blessed or not so blessed to have. In terms of that, it really came down to a lot of kind of like legacy jank, like it being the first ultimate and then just having like snapshots not be consistent and stuff like that. So I really do think that the developers should like go back and like revamp some of that. Not change the fight, not change the fight. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying like just make sure that everything's consistent with the rest of the game in terms of like snapshots and stuff like that. And with that being said though, Epic of Alexander is what I'm going to be tackling next, which is what I was talking about earlier in the video, that I did the Epic of Alexander. I have successfully progged and cleared Limit Cut on Scholar, and so I'm really excited about this. I'm pretty like 99.9% sure I'm gonna main tank it again. Torn between Dark Knight and Warrior, both of them are freaking amazing. Like Dark Mind plus the Blackest Night, that has always been legendary at just swallowing tank busters and laughing the whole way home. Even if you spam it like during auto attacks and the shield breaks, like you're still getting an insane amount of value. 25% of a Dark Knight's health is a ton. And that's just me speaking from like a healer's perspective. I feel that. Like I really feel that. Not that a warrior doesn't have an asinine amount of sustain. Basically both are great. But yeah, with that, I'm already studying Epic of Alexander stuff as I'm waiting for Party Finder to fill for these last UwU totems. I don't know how people want me to even say UwU because they're just like, oh my god, we want to hear you do the UwU, and I'm like, arr. I don't know. Am I pandering right now? I don't know. I don't think I'm pandering. I'm just actually just this dumb. And that's one thing that I also have to talk about. When I was party finding, honestly, I'm just going to be really level with everyone. I just was brutally honest about my prog point. Like, I was just like direct with everyone. I'm like, I don't know this, or I want to learn this. I never skipped ahead. I never went ahead. I had a heck of a time with Titan parties that were just Ifrit parties. Oh my goodness, nails being failed during Titan parties was like, oh man. But the main thing about that though was I never let myself tilt, which I mean, it's nice to say in a video, but it's like, did I actually do that? And I'm sure that there are actually hundreds of poor unfortunate souls who have progged with me killing them. that can attest, yes, for some reason this weirdo tank didn't leave the group, which I don't know. I just kind of like, even when things aren't going so well, I'll put on like a podcast in the background. Like I'll be listening to like, oh, here's like a workout strategy, or here's a meal thing, or here's some interesting talking point, and then I'll just like vibe and chill and just kind of like, I don't know, I'll vibe, which is nice to say, but in my time in Party Finder, I made a cross-world link show, which I am going to continue to hopefully flesh out. Like, I've met so many amazing people here, guys. Like, I cannot emphasize, like, just going into Party Finder and meeting people, it has been such a nice experience, because it's just like you meet so many people and they're like, oh my god, I want to do this with you and all that, and then you like get into Discord and then y'all have a kiki and it's freaking amazing. But on the other side, I can't emphasize enough that this mentality thing is very important. And if you don't have the right mentality, and if you don't go in chill, ready to prog, ready to die, ready for mechanical mess ups, and that you're gonna be trying things out for a while, you're gonna be fucking miserable. And there were a lot of people that I saw that were absolutely fucking miserable. Like, they were not having a good time. They were tilting, they were getting upset, like, and it's just like, not even at me, like they would like freak out at the DPS, just like, how the fuck do you do nails? And I mean, part of me was just like, yeah, you know what, I would like them to do nails so that my Titan prog could actually be seen, but it's like, I don't know, like, there's a difference. It's just like, you can want it, but it's just like, how are you gonna like do it? It's just like, you can fall off the horse, but like, are you gonna get back on? And I won't forget, and I'm not going to name this person, but like, this person left the crossword link shell after, well, we tried to like, I think it was like a clear party. I'm pretty sure this was a clear party. If it wasn't, it was like predation or separation. They just quit the link shell, and it was random, and it was like, no one said anything bad to them, and it was just like, the party just dissolved, and then they just quit. And so mentality, I think the number one thing above anything else, above mechanical skill or anything, is just the mentality and just sticking to it. Like, I said that it only took a week to get through this, which really is, in reality, nothing. Because, like, remember, guys, I work a full-time job. Like, I'm a full-time software engineer in my day-to-day job. And then I also have a bunch of other obligations that, you know what, every single adult has shit going on. But that's to speak to how, okay, if you just stay consistent and steady, you can clear it in a good time. But yeah, I have 5 or 6 more totems to do, and then I have the full collection, which is fucking cool. I have to admit, I really like the glows. They're so big on Rothgar. Like, the Rothgar makes the weapons just freaking huge, and then the glows, oh my god, like the little digital blue going around. I fucking love these weapons. I love them so much. But with that being said, next steps are that, you know what, I am gonna do the Epic of Alexander. I'm gonna try my freaking best to do it. You know what? I'm gonna kill a lot of you if you come into my parties in Prague. I'm not gonna lie. I am not a perfect player. I need to Prague, and I will kill Living Liquid 1 billion times on tank, because you know what? I did it on Scholar. Like, do I understand the fundamentals of it? Yeah, of course. Do I know what a throttle is? Yeah. And like, it's just like, but you know what? I'm gonna Prague. I'm gonna have fun, and I really did enjoy Prague. It's just like, I don't know. I went in there really anxious, really nervous, and a little stressed, and saying sorry probably 1 billion times whenever I killed people, but you know what? I really liked it, and so I am looking forward to more, and I am so sorry to the hundreds of you that I'm gonna kill during T-Prague. Because I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna kill so many times. But yeah, I'm actually just genuinely really excited. For me, this has lit a fire back in me, and I'm gonna go for it. I really want it. And that Dark Knight sword, I'm gonna ram up my ass.